Hello, everyone. It's time to listen. Tonight, we're going to talk about love. What is love? So many people can define love in different ways. Personally, I don't think I ever been in love the way it's defined because I believe my relationships were started in a way where intimacy entered in before I got to know the person. So, therefore, I don't really think I ever experienced what is called being in love. I thought it was love. But now, today, years later, I look at it a little differently. What do you think?
I think that love, I don't know what love is. I thought I knew what love was. But like she said, in past relationships, like I question myself because I've had failed relationships. So now I'm questioning, do I really know what love is, or did the other person not know what it was? So right now I'm just up in the air because I just don't know. I'm studying. I'm doing some research.
Sometimes people, like I said, they define love. So I can define love based on my experiences. Now, like, I know I love my mother, I love my children, I love family members. And I think all love operates in a similar way. The Bible says love is, read that, Corinthians.
Okay, 13. It says 1 Corinthians 13, 4-5. Love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs.
And I think that's the best description of love. Yeah. All love. And when you're in a relationship with someone, and sometimes people use that word loosely, love. I love you. And then the expectations is if you tell somebody you love them, you're supposed to say, I love you too. But what if you really don't? What if that person says, I love you, and you really don't feel that way?
Well, you just say thank you.
Okay.
You say thank you or aw if you don't want to hurt their feelings. I mean, that will hurt people's feelings. I know that's what I've done. I just say thank you or all, or I just ask them why, because oftentimes it comes too quick. As far as this is just relationship wise, it comes too quick for me sometimes. Not where I'm saying it first, but the other person is saying it, and I'm just like, but why, and how? You don't even know me, and then they get offended. Like, you can't tell me how I feel. I loved you from the first moment I seen you, and I'm like,
and that's a lie.
Like, first of all, okay, for all those who believe in love at first sight, like, that's fine. You believe, that's your opinion. My personal belief is, I think that's impossible. I think you can be in lust at first sight. I think you can be in infatuation at first sight. But I think in order to love someone, and just on that definition based on in what I just read in 1 Corinthians, you have to actually get to know that person.
Right.
Because the Bible, the Bible say, love everybody, right? You should love everyone. Mm-hmm. Me paraphrasing. But I can't honestly say I love everybody. I can say I have mutual respect for everyone, but to say that I genuinely love everybody, I can't say that.
Right.
So
right.
I don't know if that's wrong or whatever, but I love y'all.
I think the definition of love has been tainted, has been twisted, and sometimes people think they're in love, but actually they are in lust. Like I said before, the relationship can start off wrong. It can start off without the people getting to know one another, and they jump into a sexual relationship, right. And then all of a sudden, oh, we're in love. No, you just in lust. Because even in infatuation is something that draws you to another person. Infatuation can either go into love or it can go into lust. Infatuation is that thing when you first look at a person, you say, I like their eyes, I like their smile, I like the way they walk, I like the way they talk, or whatever it may be that draws you, gets your attention. But that's infatuation. And that's all love at first sight is.
Yeah, it's infatuation.
It's infatuation. And say that you meet a person and right away you like their smile. And then you marry the person 10, 15 years later, you still like their smile. So you could say, oh, I loved you first time I seen you. It's really that you don't love them. It's just something about them that you're still attracted to, even if you've known them for a long time. So that's what infatuation is. And a lot of people are infatuated because they see someone and then they want to be with that person.
Ooh la la.
And then they go into that lust thing, and then all kind of confusion start. Because now you just lusting after someone and not really loving them, but you're saying it's love because you're hooked on a feeling more than you are the person.
Right. That makes sense.
So we have a few people that we did a survey with, and she's going to read their definition of what love is.
Okay, so the first question was what is love? And they put, love is a feeling that leads to emotion. It can be the best and worst thing to happen to a person. It is also developmental, stemming from one's personal choices. It is the most powerful thing in the world. And it is also that unbreakable, sacred bond that a family shares. Okay, so that was what is love. And then I went on to ask a couple more people about what does it mean to be in love. And another person put, being in love is that soul energy, tugging connection you have with someone, to feel intoxicated just being around that person, to be completely and openly vulnerable without feeling any less of a person. And out of a lot of the ones that I asked and I read over, I think this one is the most that I can say, oh yeah, that feeling, I can relate to it, I know it, and that's I kind of relate more to this one. Not to say I don't relate to the other ones, but anyway, going on. So the next one is, again, how do you know when you're in love? And this one is, the person gives you mental, emotional, and physical peace. For a while I thought it was because the other person made me nervous or they gave me butterflies, and I thought that they completed me. After that, I realized that a relationship and being in love with someone doesn't mean that they complete me. It means that they complement me. Because a relationship consists of two people who are both at 100% not codependent. Being in love is peaceful.
Now I could
and
relate.
I love that one too.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I don't know. I agree with this wholeheartedly. Like, I don't think there is no wrong answer, except for the ones that be saying, oh, you don't love me if you're not cussing me, or you not beating me upside my head, you not showing me you love me or you care. Now that's wrong, because that's not love. Love isn't harmful, so.
Yeah, I agree. Peace. That's what got my attention when it said love brings you peace. Mm-hmm. I mean, it should be peace. If you get to know, first of all, if you love someone and you're in a committed relationship with them, the first thing, or you want to be in a committed relationship with them, the first thing you should want to do is become their friend. See if you can develop a strong friendship. Because in marriage or in committed relationship, people have disagreements. But usually when people are friends first, you can't break that bond easily. And because friendships and being in love, as they say, that's something that brings on a commitment. If you commit to a friendship, you can commit to a love relationship, because they're kind of hand in hand. And what I like about the peaceful part, because sometimes relationships are not peaceful at all unless one person in the relationship is getting everything they need, and the other person is kind of lost in the relationship, wanting something, needing something from that person, but the only thing they can say is, it's all about me. They don't really say it, but in the end, it's all about me. What I want, what I like, what can you give me, and what have you. Like being in a relationship, a marriage, and the wife doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good, something going on, whatever. And then the husband is saying, but I want to cuddle, and I want to get intimate or whatever. And she's saying, I don't feel good. Then he walk away pouting. Is that love? That's all about what I want. It's selfish. So love is not selfish. Mm-hmm. Love gives. Lust takes. And infatuation leaves. So sometimes we see people that are infatuated, and they can be infatuated up to, the studies show, up to like 18 months. So you can meet a person and then say, I fell in love, and then you and that person get married in about 6 more months. You meet, you have a relationship, then you get married, and then 6 months later, now you at that 18th month, you start looking at each other and saying, ugh, I don't even like them. Look at that. One of their eyes is a little crossed. Oh, look at that big toe. It don't look right.
I hate the way they chew. Why they chew like that?
I mean,
or, man, you look like the roach off of Men in Black. Like, I mean, it's just like certain things. Like you
certain things start happening once you get to know the person better. That's why people can get married. They can get married today and be divorced within 2 years or less. Because after a while they say, I don't even really like that. But see, the infatuation and the lust was saying, hey, we good. So you have to really get to know one another before you fall in love. And what is fall in love? That just saying, you know, I'm looking at it now, like, that sounds like it hurt. I'm fall in love.
I think that's more so of the I'm beginning to open up. I'm beginning to feel vulnerable. And like, so that's why I feel, you know, the whole falling part is, it's like that you breaking my boundary, you breaking down the walls that I had up. And so that's why I'm like, okay, I understand the whole falling love. Yeah, he's like, it do seem like it hurt, but it's all about perception.
Yes.
So, but back to what you were saying about lust and infatuation. Okay, it's always, you know, infatuation, lust, love, or whatever, however that go. Infatuation, and you said that can stem to either lust or love. But honestly, I understand the whole being friends first and all that stuff. I get that. I agree with that. However, I do want to have like some kind of lustful nature for the person that I'm with, or the person that I'm going for, because it's like I have to be attracted to you. Like, you're not going to be lusting over something that you ain't attracted to.
But that's infatuation. That's not lust. To be, the attraction is infatuation. The lust is saying, beyond that, I want you. And I don't care about what you want.
Right.
I want you. And I want to get what I want from you. So I don't care about your feelings, really.
So you saying that's lust?
That's what lust is.
Okay.
So the infatuation is what attracts you to the person. You know, I mean, you can have a room full of handsome men, and you can look at each one of them and say they're handsome, but it's only a few of them that you're going to be drawn to.
Right.
That you can say, oh, that one right there got my attention.
Yeah, I understand the whole infatuation. Like, I understand, like, that's what draws you, and that's what that can keep you there for longer than needed, you know. However, like, lust is saying, yes, I want you and all that stuff, and less is selfish. But I think to a certain extent,